GM, everyone. Welcome to 9 o'clock Live, where we're joined by our very own Nounish space cowboy this morning, Mr. Mike Mongo.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. That's a great jam right there.
Sure is. If you guys are just making your way into the room, please share the room for us. You can hit that bubble on the bottom right and just retweet that room or quote tweet the room. Let us know what you love about 9 o'clock or what you hate about 9 o'clock. We won't take it personally. And you could win 0.069 ETH right in this space just for helping us get the word out that we're chatting with Mike Mongo and the Spit Plus team this morning.
Yo, I've won that 0.069.
You have.
People really win on 9 o'clock Live.
That's right.
People really win.
That's right. Thank you.
People really win and people really go to space. This is crazy.
That's right.
Wow.
First step, you win 0.69 on 9 o'clock. Second step, you could go to space. Ben said it. It's true.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. I love the odds here.
Yeah. So what do you have to do to win?
All you got to do is retweet the room. That's it. There's really no trick to it.
You hear that, fam? Everybody in here, you just got to copy the link and retweet the room, and then you can win 0.09 ETH. And I'm speaking as somebody who has been present, retweeted the room, and won. People really win on Nouns O'Clock Live.
You know, Mike Mongo just raised the prize from 0.069 to 0.09, but we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Today's prize.
Yeah, you're rolling like that.
Today's prize bumped up to 0.09.
There's different inflation rates in space.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
I'll send you the bill, Mike. All right. So thanks everybody for joining us. If you're not on 9o'clock.app, well, you should be. If you would be, you would be looking at a beautiful snowman noun that we minted yesterday, and approximately 9 minutes and 6 seconds left in this auction. Let's see who we got for bidders. We've got Lil Nouns trying again to buy another noun. They want this snowman, but they got outbid. They got outbid by an anon with just under 4 ETH in their wallet and no nouns. So I don't know who that is. Any ideas, Woody? Is it you?
It is not me. Thank God I'm on the 9o'clock.app because nouns.wtf is not loading for me for some reason.
Yeah, I think there's a problem with...
oh, there we go. I disconnected my wallet and connected. Okay, copy that.
Yeah. So
beautiful snowman.
All the more reason if you're on nouns.wtf and you're having trouble, good idea to come over and check out 9o'clock.app, which is being developed by 142 and some other folks who are near and dear to the 9 o'clock team here. So check it out. The nice thing about it is you can see all of the ETH that's left in their wallet, all of the nouns that they hold, and you can see pending bids. And you can also add emojis and spam those emojis like everybody did yesterday to congratulate our friend and TNS team members Sam and Juan on purchasing their first noun. So that was pretty exciting.
It's crazy. I take 1 day off the show, and suddenly teams minting nouns.
Yeah,
like, maybe I should just quit.
Congratulations.
That's lit. That's lit.
So good.
Absolutely. So they bought half of the crane noun, and I saw Sam tweeting before this. He's trying to figure out if he's a crane operator or a Foo Fighter. So please tweet him back and let him know.
You know what I think it is? The Foo Flyer.
Foo Flyer, that's good. Mind you, he said yesterday on the show that he's going to try to make an OTC deal to switch for the pencil. Everyone knows he loves the pencil, so
yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen. And I also wonder if Juan's on board with that. Is Juan also a pencil, Maxi? Juan, don't let yourself be pushed around here. You're half of this noun, if you like the crank.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's just going to have to be like, well, I guess noun number 2 will be the one I want.
Oh, Juan's definitely getting bullied, so there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I've never heard him say, I really love the pencils.
Yeah, I've never heard him say that either. But I have heard Ripe say that, so maybe it's okay.
Same thing.
Yeah, maybe. That's right.
Mr. Mike Mongo, can you please tell our
As I
audience?
live and breathe.
Yes, sir. For anyone who's not familiar with you, I'm not sure why they wouldn't be, but maybe you can tell them a little bit about yourself. Go way back. Tell us a little bit about your days co-founding Obey. That's kind of cool. Just touch on that quickly, and then tell us about your crypto and NFT journey, please.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I got bit by a radioactive spider, and boom, the next thing you know, I'm a superhero. It's a regular story. Everybody's
Awesome.
heard it before. I think it might have been a radioactive noun, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, I was bit by a radioactive noun, and I became a space superhero. Live long and prosper.
Sounds like something Blue Xanadu would make a show about, eh, Josh?
So listen, Blue Xanadu is a god. I don't know, like I couldn't even believe that Nouns and Blue got combined, because Blue has been one of my favorite personages. It feels like a decade. It can't be more than 5 years. It feels like that long, but because they've been like they invented a kind of, there's a science fiction writer named Bruce Sterling, and he's got a book about a doyu, and it's a Japanese term about these pop stars that are generated, and it was prescient, because here we are in the future, and we have people like, you cannot help but fall in love with Blue.
Yeah,
he's not somebody I want in my house.
Well,
I'll drink some Xanadu with you any day, Mike. We could take some Amsterdam and get crazy in space. I'm down.
Oh, cool, beautiful.
But yeah, no, I know what you mean, though, Mike. It's crazy to see that, like, they're almost like animated, like characters that you can be friends with, almost. Like. No,
it's the creators. It's the life and soul of the creator coming through the art, and that's how it is with all the different the projects I love are artist led. That's just what that's how it comes out, and the future. Like, I tell kids all the time, students, I get over students about astronautics. Look around right now, because everything is about to change. And I mean everything. Like, I was biking this morning, and the sprinklers came on here in Cape Canaveral, and I was just like, okay, so there's just a lot of water blowing around like that, and that's not how it's going to be soon. We're not going to be spending water like that. No way. Yeah. And that's just one of those tiny things. So kind of same thing with NFTs. NFTs, it's so funny because NFTs popularly, that's a tough word, popularly.
Don't worry, we'll cut it in post.
Thanks. So they have only been around really, as we think of them now, like barely over a year, maybe 2 years tops, in the way that we think of them now.
Yeah.
Okay. And people will, but it was really last year that they popped off. And so nowadays people create NFTs and create projects, and they don't lean into the discomfort of creating something new or paving a path for others to follow in the way that Nouns does. Like, that's when I explain Nouns to people, it blows people's mind, and it's one of the reasons I love to explain Nouns to people. And the reason
it's like, wait, you mean there was no giant cash grab right at the start? Like, I don't understand. Like, what? How is that an NFT?
Too out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I mean, like all these projects that come out with like the magic number of 10,000. Why? Like, is that
because punks? But yeah, it wasn't a great.
Because punks.
Yeah. I know exactly, but that's one project. I don't let people tell me how to live. I'm 57 and I have never done that. And if
Amen.
And if you have a different vision of the future, then author that future and author that vision and lead the way. Have your project be the ones that we follow. I don't need to follow anyone else's path if it doesn't sing to me. Those are structures that are unnecessary. And the point I'm making is, we are brand new in NFTs. We don't know where it gets to. So this is definitely the time to take chances. I remember when Tribe Called Quest came out originally, and De La Soul, and people were tripping because it wasn't what they had understood about hip hop. Holy smokes, hip hop had been around for like 3 years. Like, give me a break. And now hip hop is like 40 years old, 50 years old, like 78 to now. I mean, that's how. And then there was no Wu-Tang at that time. There was no Megan Thee Stallion. There was nothing like these things that we have now. And all of those people can be creative 40 years into hip hop and come out with new ideas and new identities. Then we, as creators in NFTs, can author things that no one has even imagined. If you dream it, be it.
I love it. I hope
and
you
now
guys
hip hop is everywhere now. It's in country music. It's everywhere.
Yeah, hip hop is life.
It's normal. It's normal. Yeah, it's life.
Hip hop is the new pop for sure. Like,
well, I mean, like if we're talking about hip hop, like with hip hop in '83 and '84 and '85, when there was an album that was pivotal for me. It was LL Cool J's Radio, and I remember when I went in to buy that LP at a record bar, which is we used to go to the store to buy music. This is legit. And the people at the store stopped me and they said, "Why are you buying this garbage? This is like, I bought music." They knew who I was, and like, "Why are you buying this garbage?" They're like, "This is just a trend. It's a fad. Why are you buying this? You're a sap." Like, they're really, we had a good relationship, so they could speak to me.
We're not interrupting you because we think you're a sap. We definitely don't.
Because I bought LL Cool J's Radio.
You just told them that the ladies love Cool James, though, right?
Ladies love me. Girls adore me. I mean, even the ones that never saw me like the way that I rhyme right now.
I hope you guys are going to fomonouns.wtf because we're about to play together. Let's go.
Let's go.
WTF. We're live.
Broadcasting live.
Is it working for you guys?
Do it live.
No,
yeah, I got fish and sushi.
I'm getting awaiting connection.
Sushi pie?
Awaiting connection.
This is
I'm getting that after a few.
The excitement never stops at 9 o'clock live.
Well, they were having some connections on the.
Yeah.
I think Alchemy might be down, is what Juan was saying. And so maybe,
is that what's going on? Yeah.
Maybe fomonouns is dependent on that also.
V2 is working.
Okay, what's the
Okay, I'm seeing it. We got a jellyfish shop.
Yeah,
fomonouns is
working. That's a squid.
V2.
Sorry, you're right.
Netify.app. It is working.
Hey guys, can we listen to Ryan?
I'll pin the link. Hang on.
Can everybody listen to Ryan for a second? He's going to give you the correct address to go to. Go ahead, Ryan.
V2 fomonouns.netify.app is working. The V2 version is working.
Netlify, there's an L in there.
Yes, there is, Tony. Ben is posting it.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, I'm going to post the link. Hang on.
But it's still not working for me, actually. Is anyone else?
Yeah, it took a minute to show up for me, but then it did start working.
Yeah, it's working for me.
We're getting rugged. This is really rugged.
What about the app?
Let's try the app.
Does anybody on the stage here have fomonouns working, or is it?
It was working for me, and now it's not.
Yeah, mine's
working for me.
Yeah, it was, good. And now it's not.
Well, Robot Fish Girl, I hate to tell you, but you're
it.
You got to disconnect your.
Oh, it's back. It's back.
There we go.
Okay. I got it back.
It's good. It's the first pinned tweet, and oh my god, look at this mushroom!
I love this mushroom. This mushroom is so good.
Fabulous. Yeah.
That was all Cool J.
I have literal FOMO now because I can't see anything you guys are looking at.
Go in.
I'll send you the recording.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Oh, now FOMO
this we want this. It looks like a.
Hello, my name is Black Hole.
Yeah.
With the black glasses too, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
This is so awesome.
Guys, I'll remind you that we have an astronaut on stage with us today. Pay attention.
Oh, okay.
I'm just following along.
Do we need something special? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking.
Well, I mean, a black hole would have been great, but
a black hole would have been great.
Okay, maybe Saturn. Maybe we
I don't hate this retainer.
It's a good retainer.
Which is unusual. I usually really don't like the retainers.
No, it's decent because of the colors, I think.
Yeah, the color's nice. Oh, another one.
Mint Square. That's cool.
Good colors.
Mint Squares are always delicious.
Yeah.
New food nonsense.
And vote it down immediately.
I'm the only one that voted the Mint Square up.
Rocco.
Rocco with scissors. He's like coming to cut his grass.
Oh my god,
that's Rocco's basilisk.
That's Honk. He's going to tell Rocco to cut you.
I like this rainbow. I love all those
rainbows.
Rainbow.
I love how the noggles blend into one color. I guess that's always going to happen.
I know. That looks nice.
It's like
not always.
Likely.
Not always.
Oh, CCO cactus.
That was interesting.
I like the cactus actually.
All right, so I got can I offer some feedback?
Yes.
All right, so like vtfomonouns.netlify.app is not a simple URL to type in.
Oh, that's a testing.
It's not our
It's
usual.
a testing one.
Yeah,
it's
a
not live
beta
yet.
website.
No, it's something else too, dude. I was like almost installing a Chrome extension and all kinds of wild shit.
So Mike, you can just go to the regular site, fomonouns.wtf.
It's working now.
It just wasn't working earlier, so we were trying a testing site.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We were trying to give you a virus too. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's okay. I was bit by a radioactive noun when I was a kid. I'm invulnerable to virus.
You're all good. You're immune.
Pow.
Hey, we don't have a basketball yet.
I know. Nobody picked it. Why didn't you guys pick the basketball?
Oh, this is a nice hydrant.
This is a nice hydrant. I like this one.
They
It's
should
like a
put
Christmas
V2
hydrant.
at v2.fomonouns.wtf. That would make sense.
That's
I don't like the rose.
I don't like the rosebud, sorry.
Rose. Don't like it.
Is that a naked rose?
I keep thinking it's like a little goblin.
It does kind of look like Yoda or something.
Bit.
Yeah.
I really like the fishbowl because of the mouth. It's a great mouth.
That doesn't sound
I agree.
PG, Toady.
Well, it was.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was
UFO.
I don't recommend trying to get into Ryan Mack's head. It's not a place you want to be.
Chicken ring.
Like I will remind everybody, it's the PG show.
I was picturing like a cheese ring.
I mean, it's definitely PG-13. I don't know if it's PG.
So for people just dropping in right now, wondering what the haywire is going on, you got to go to fomonouns.wtf and there's a game.
Exactly.
And the game is vote on the noun that shows up, and the FOMO noun.
And if enough of us vote, then we get the noun for free. It's awesome.
Oh wow!
We can't wait. No, it doesn't happen like that.
I love that.
Dino Shark.
Dino Shark.
Dino Shark.
It's a quick game.
Jurassic
Shark. Move fast.
Yeah, we figured it out since the merge, Mike. We have like 2 seconds to vote yes on something, or it's gone.
But it's quality time. It's a quality 2 seconds.
It's a quality.
Exactly.
2.2 actually, but yeah.
It kind of would have been fun if we had minted something blind earlier on. Oh, it is Tuesday too.
It is Tuesday.
Taco. That was cute.
We are only allowed to mint tacos on Tuesdays.
I don't
Except
think
for that one time when we minted it on Friday.
To cross the room in time.
Except for that one time.
That's the problem, though, is I looked at the taco, I looked at the date on my computer, and by the time I figured out it was Tuesday, it was too late.
The 2 seconds had passed.
Yeah.
Gotta move fast.
And it's Wednesday here. So my automatic reaction was not to vote on the taco because it was not Tuesday.
Oh,
what is that?
This is
what is this?
Coffee bean.
Coffee bean.
Oh, look at the panda.
Oh, where were you? We needed you like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we tried to make one of these for the merge, Mike, because it's the mascot for the East merge, but it wouldn't come up.
Ooh, mad scientist.
Yeah, that's a dope one.
Yeah, I like this calculator.
You know who did mint a panda though for the merge, which I just found out yesterday?
Who?
The Lil Nouns.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
I didn't do a very good job publicizing it though, because I didn't even hear about it. But that's pretty cool.
Was it like the first proof of stake?
Yeah.
Lil Nouns?
Yeah.
Wow.
They actually they've created. It's kind of cool. They've created an alternative to FOMO where you can just basically watch the block and then settle something you like. So it's not collaborative. Yeah. It's just a reason for people to. Yeah.
Ooh,
so
tornado.
Someone did that for the panda.
What is it, Toady? Like little block party at WTF, I believe.
Yeah, little block party. That's it.
Wow, this was proposal 8. Oh my Google, this is like legit OG.
Oh my Google.
My Google.
Oh my Google. That's never leaving my vernacular ever again. Thanks for that.
Hey, Mike, please watch your language.
This is a nice lint ball. It's something I've never said in my life.
That just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, really doesn't.
Ooh,
Cardinal
I like
Zero.
this one.
Oh my
Cardinal-
Bing just doesn't have the
Cardinal
same ring. Oh my Bing. Oh my Bing.
Oh my Yahoo.
Oh my Bing.
Just does not right. No. It does not.
Oh my DuckDuckGo.
Ooh.
DuckDuckGo.
Speaking of
Oh, it's a
DuckDuckGo,
nice duck. It is a nice
we're not going to get it, but I like it.
It's a very clean one, yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan.
Oh no. I could say Alta Vista. Alta Vista.
Oh my dog pile. You remember
that? Lord, I'm having flashbacks.
We got to give a shout out to Brave. Oh my Brave.
Oh my Brave.
We gotta get a noun.
Does Brave has his own search?
I don't think so, but I was just going to let it slide.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
It's cool. Okay.
Moon.
It's one of those deals.
Moon.
Head pats for everybody.
I'm spreading FUD.
That's
Just
right.
let you know, moons are in space, guys.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, there's another.
Oh, there's another moon. Come on. This one's so cool looking.
Whoa.
Come on.
Why do you all hate fun? Oh, wait.
Oh, it's such a clean
18.
noun.
Moon.
Someone broken?
We had to.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
piano.
don't have
Get
yet.
that.
Piano.
The piano.
I'm annoyed.
Piano, get it for
Piano
Woody.
now.
That's a dope ass piano.
Wait,
I think
how many
there's
votes
so
does it
many
take to
active
win?
players.
We had
We
2
need-
moons in a row. I can't believe
It's about
we didn't get it.
consensus, Mike. It has to be 60% upvoted, basically, in the first 2 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's looking for 38 votes based on V2 here. At the very beginning, it's like 38, 30. So, like, however many active players,
Can't
it's
be.
looking for that many votes.
That doesn't make sense. There's only 38 active players, so it's got to
That's
be.
what I mean. It's looking for the entire full active. So maybe.
All right, look,
something up.
y'all. Look, there's people in here who do not know how this works. They don't know anything about nouns. You guys are deep in the belly button facts, and the whole point is spreading nounish love.
He's
like
right.
that's like somebody the other day asked me, what does nounish mean? I'm like, what does elvish mean? Like you watch Lord of the Rings, and I never heard anybody ask me what does elvish means. Like, are you kidding me? It means of the elves, of the nouns, of the identity, of the kind.
Yes.
Like, it's real simple. And
That's
so
a good response.
there's all of these noun these expressions of nounishness that are part of the community that make this whole place interesting and worthwhile to be. The art is just the start.
I love it.
Nice.
Yeah. Sure is.
It's just the start. Oh, nice couch.
And if you are joining and you're not sure what we're doing, join us on fomonouns.wtf. You might still not know what we're talking about because sometimes I don't, but that'll help.
So there's this amazing project called Nouns, and that's where the whole start is. And every single day, a brand new noun gets generated, and people bid on it. They go for like around 100 ETH approximately every day. And now, what number nouns are we on? 400 something.
We're about to mint 457.
457. Pow.
Yeah.
And so there's been 457 nouns minted every single day since it started, and it's just going to go on to perpetuity. And when you mint a noun, you're part of the NounsDAO, and you get to vote on these proposals that they use the money. People in the NounsDAO get to vote on making the world a better place, essentially.
Nice ice pop.
Yes. And nouns is really one of those. It's one of the. For me, it's a way to show people, okay, here's what is possible with Web3. Because imagine doing this in any way, shape, or form prior to NFTs. It doesn't exist. Exactly. It doesn't. It's because NFTs and Web3 and crypto is the evolution of commerce. And that's and that has shown up now because human beings have evolved, and that's why we're going to space.
I got an idea for a business. I'm going to sell one of my drawings every day forever. It's like, this doesn't sound like a great business to me.
No, that would work, and then
it works.
it would, but you wouldn't be able. How many people would you be able to reach doing that? Not that many, and because of www, World Wide Web, we're able to pull this off.
Double clover!
Oh, double clover!
Double clover, though, is so nice. Come on.
I'm not amused by this double clover.
What?
It's so good, though!
Ooh. Wow, the FUD was real. That was real FUD.
This is a one-of-one.
That was organic FUD. Yeah, so you all know that we've got a space mission going on, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm so mad we missed Double Moon.
We're gonna get right into it, Mike.
That was ridiculous.
As soon as we mint the noun here together, then we're gonna get deep right
into
it.
Really? We can pull this off?
Oh yeah, that's what we got to do.
Oh yeah,
we do.
That's what we're doing.
Earth, come on.
So right now we're trying to decide what noun is going to be for 57.
Yeah. So everybody go to FOMO FOMO nouns NOUNS.WTF and get in the game.
Yeah,
this is a real thing.
And stop voting down the nice.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. Look at
this. Is good. This Dark Factory is awesome.
Yes, please.
Stormtrooper Factory.
Yeah, this is part of our like bonding time, Mike, as we play this game against each other and yell at each other and
this one's got
cry about how we missed the really good ones.
But the thing is, you got y'all. I mean, I know everybody here gets it, but there's all these people that dropped into the space and have no idea. It is beautiful what is happening here.
Yeah, thank you for explaining too what nouns is for them so that they understand the game. I think that's important. We should do more of that.
Yeah, sometimes we forget.
Oh, there's
another moon. Come on.
Get the moon.
We can do it. Please.
Moon. You to have a moon. Like, here's another one.
You know what? I think we should talk to NG about making the threshold a little lower or something.
Yeah,
just slightly lower.
It's so hard.
The high threshold made sense before the merge, but now that we only have like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'll
talk to NG. Let's see what we can do.
Oh, it's a snow cone.
By the way, what you said about comparing Nounish to Elvish, my first thought was like Cinderin.
Get another snowman.
Like the Elvish language.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Nounish translator.
I thought you said Elvis at first, and I was like,
yeah, people think of Elvish and Elvis. Yeah. It's a thing. And they're like, what do you mean?
Check it out now, Sugar Mama. What you want to do is you want to go to nouns.wtf, all right?
Wait, I got set up. That was a joke. He had that planned. He
was ready.
You get used to it.
Like, 9 o'clock is a setup. Except for
it's a trap.
Oh, please do. Oh,
that's a nice ramen.
All right, so everybody, again, people are dropping in the rooms. Go to fomonouns.wtf, FOMO nouns.wtf. And then there's you got 2 seconds to vote on a noun. One of these nouns that is getting voted on legitimately gets selected to be the next noun in the NounsDAO. Nouns go for bid, for auction every single day. And they go for about 100 ETH every day for anybody who's in the room who's new. I know all the other people with the nouns faces are already in the game, but I see a bunch of people that nouns may be a brand new experience.
Pop
piano.
Oh, good.
I missed it.
Fire.
Piano pop.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna get it.
That was hot.
Big time FOMO right now.
We got so many active players today. That's why it's taking so long. We had 63 active players, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I think Mike, you FOMO
Why am I not seeing him?
Nobody wants the Game Boy.
Oh, this wine is so nice.
The wine is very
It's a lovely wine.
If you are playing FOMO, make sure you click the thumbs up or thumbs down within the first second because we only have 2.1 seconds.
Yeah. The number of upvotes we had there was 2 more low, so we didn't get it.
Okay, I do not like.
Wow, nobody likes that.
But it is a
That's
nice
amazing.
Nobody likes the group.
Split second.
I'm the only person who likes
I still voted it down, but if I was going to vote it up, that would be the one.
While we're voting here, I just want to acknowledge I see in the room. I see my buddy Snapsid. He's like a total DJ, and so he dropping into spaces. He's nice. Like a king, one of these DJ kings that lives in their own underground territory. I love Snapsid for that, and I see Emily from Space Plus. She and I were just in Paris together, and at the International Astronautical Congress. And where they debuted our commercial crew to all the other astronauts in the world, Papa Pow. Not that I'm bragging, but I am Papa Pow. Yes. Yes. I want bragging, but I am.
And my favorite thing about your Papa Pow is that it sounds exactly like Woody's air horn. So it's great.
I was thinking that. We don't even need
analog air horn.
I feel like we need the Papa Pow as like a sound effect now.
I think we
on it.
Yeah. Papa Pow.
Y'all, I want you to know that there's no better experience in the world that I know it personally, other than loving a person who loves you back the same. Okay, other than that, than being introduced as an astronaut by astronauts to other people. It's like
that's cool.
That's dope.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Ryan Mack, I love you, baby.
It was good. It was good.
Shot fired.
Shot fired.
Guys, we're never gonna get one. This is not good.
We're probably going to get rugged at this point.
Well, how did we not get rugged? We've been playing for
I don't know. No, we've been playing this for so long. We are pushing the auction back at this point.
Ooh, that's a queen otter.
This otter's cool.
Queen otter. Okay,
we're not going to get it. Why?
Not going to get it.
We've got 66 active players, and it's still looking for like 67 votes right now. That's
but people aren't. Oh, there's a whole bunch of new players that just dropped in.
By the way, if you are voting in this, you make sure you do it quickly, because if you only vote like once every other noun, you're still counted as an active player, and you're counted against the quorum.
Yeah,
that's what I'm wondering.
Let's go. Everybody
you voted in the last 3 nouns.
Everybody
vote every time.
Look for a good noun and vote quickly.
SpongeBob.
We can do this. We can do this.
All right, I'm noticing like 70-something active players, and as soon as the first
75
vote comes in, it drops down to like 30-something needed. So the 60% is still in play.
That's a nice onion. I like the shirt.
Do you like onions?
I like this onion.
I don't like onions. But...
Yes, friends. So if you're not playing,
strawberry.
Lipstick down.
Lipstick down. Let's go.
Fire.
Lip down.
Vote it up.
At this point, I'm just upvoting everything.
Yeah, let's just upvote everything.
Oh, that's a great plan actually. Something to win.
We're upvoting everything, everybody. fomonouns.wtf.
We're going.
Here we go. Let's go.
We're pushing the show back to like noon at this point.
Ooh, panda.
Oh, this panda's so nice. Come on, vote it up, please. Hurry.
As they say, nothing panda, nothing gained.
It was close.
I guess they do now.
Something is weird though. Yeah. I feel like that should have
gone. Should have gone.
Yeah.
I wonder if
we may have to rug ourselves.
Yo, so fomonouns.wtf. Press thumbs up or thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Let's
go.
Just hit thumbs up, no thumbs down.
Something's weird, man. So that's 30 votes for and 6 against, and it didn't go. Something's not working, I think, on FOMO.
Yeah, we have about 40 votes at the moment because we've got 74 players.
Okay, so...
But how do we
rug ourselves?
How do we rug ourselves? Okay, Tree, let's go for Tree Mullet.
Hello, Tree.
Somebody's got to pay for it, Woody.
Everybody in the crowd, you got to help us figure out if FOMO's broken or something. So let's just vote the next noun up super fast.
It's like one of those
movies. Vote it up. Just hit up.
Hot dog.
It's like one of those movies where they get the guy out of prison because he's too good at hacking, and he works for the government now. We just got to get someone internally to go and
I'm pretty sure that's how we wound up with Honk.
That was very...
Could be. This is not good. I don't even know how do we have to settle at the contract level? To rug ourselves?
Yeah, I'm just about to. I'm just trying to figure out which block was a nice one to try and settle on.
They're all nice blocks.
We're looking for a nice block change.
By the way, this
you got that like super fast wallet.
So you're witnessing history here.
Yeah, this is
of us rugging ourselves.
We've never rugged ourselves.
Usually this game takes 2 minutes and then we're on to the next. But that's crazy.
Wow, people don't.
We like the long FOMO.
Oh, that one's pretty ugly.
Fun,
maybe we should rug it.
FOMO's fun, but only if you can actually win. I don't know, something.
Chef's hat. There we go.
It's a little bit odd.
Yeah, something.
Chef's hat, Space Invader. I know it's a mask, but
I wonder if it's related to what's going on with the nouns.wtf.
Somebody pull the trigger.
Yes. Well, something's going on. I just got a notification. Somebody's attempting.
Yeah.
That might be Ben.
Is that Ben?
Cody.
It was me.
Oh, okay.
You did it. Well,
I never thought I would ever rug
a weird
FOMO,
rock,
guys, but I had to do it.
Got a rock.
Okay, so
it's perfect for the DART mission.
It's a space rock.
It's an asteroid.
Oh my God! It is perfect for the
mission, guys.
Y'all. Joan Melendez-Meisner, one of my crew members, is worked on that DART mission. She was there yesterday with Leland Melvin and Bill Nye, and like when they smashed the spaceship into the asteroid, she was there.
Incredible.
Can we talk about that? Because I was working yesterday. I didn't get to even see what happened.
By the way, I feel like we would have been able to do this asteroid thing a lot faster if we hadn't started by using like drilling crews. And we had originally started with astronauts back in the Armageddon times, but that's just me.
Bruce Willis?
That was a big.
Save Bruce Willis.
Deep cut, Tony.
All right, Mike, tell us about what happened with Dart yesterday.
So it was like a real situation is that asteroids exist, and we already know from experience that they hit the planet Earth, and that can be a problem for us. And so what we're doing right now is trying to figure out how, in case we find an asteroid that's legitimately headed our way, if we are able to dissuade it from punching a crater into the planet as it did with the Dinosauruses 165 million years ago. Like I think it could be yeah, I think it was 165 million.
Plus or minus. Yeah.
Dinosaurs ruled the world for a long time, and tens of millions of years. And then out of nowhere, an asteroid hits the planet and decimates everything. And then gave mammals the foothold necessary to succeed. And one thing leads to another, and suddenly we have iPhones. And that's how that works.
They also gave us really, really nice cenotes to swim in Mexico, which is a nice byproduct.
That's true.
Right. And so we are now working on figuring out how to not have asteroids hit the planet when we find one. There's an interesting thing. Now, I love sharing this particularly with kids, but it works equally as well with grown-ups. Is that if an asteroid comes at us from a certain angle, which by the way is just from the direction of the sun, we won't see it in time to do anything about it. And that is so exciting to me. I love that it's that simple. You want to get rid of the Earthlings, just throw an asteroid at the planet from the direction of the sun because they can't see it because it's too bright. Like,
could you imagine when the president comes to the president of NASA, he's like, "How did you not know this was happening?" He's like, "I'm sorry, the sun was in my eyes."
That doesn't sound
literally
exciting, Mike. Doesn't sound exciting at all, actually.
Well, so
this exciting is not the word.
So I'm one of those people that that saying, "May you live in interesting times," and it's not supposed to be a nice thing to say to anybody, like a curse, like "May you live in interesting times." My fam, this is interesting times. We have made it, and I'm a big fan of math and science. So I love when we reveal that. Oh my gosh, the oceans are acidifying, and it's reducing the density of the cell walls of phytoplankton, and it looks like we have approximately 19 years before that's a genuine problem. I love when Paul Stamets talks about how mushrooms in the UK have been cataloged for over 400 years, and in the last 100 years, over 40% of the species are completely gone. And then they started tracking collateral species, and they see this impact that has created a momentum that is, like the word dissuadable means, to like that we can reverse, that is past our ability to change. I love that because here's why I love that. Because I am a proponent of everything always works out and we win. And we don't win over anything or anyone. We figure out a way forward that works out for everyone. And that's why I am a big proponent of going to space and working in space and the space culture and space industries, because we can solve all the challenges we face on Earth by solving for space. By solving the challenges of space, we can solve all the challenges we face on Earth. And by the way, I am not.
What do you mean by that, Mike?
I am not a person like, it's too late for Earth, let's go to another planet. That's ridiculousness. This place is phenomenal. Earth is unlike any other planet that we know anything about. And we're not able to live anywhere else but here for any significant length of time. So our one shot is to make it work here. Now, we can do that. We get to do that by using the resources around us, including outside the atmosphere. Right now, when the rays from the sun hit the Earth, that our wonderful, beautiful, amazing atmosphere deflects 90% of the radiation that hits the Earth. And that is what enables us to survive and succeed and be awesome people. nonetheless, we can use that energy. And with technology we have right now, this is not hand wavium. This is not, we could invent this. This is technology we have access to right now. We can collect solar radiation and beam it back in a way that is not like a laser death beam, but like soft microwaves. The universe is filled with microwaves. It's the one consistent throughout the entire universe. There's microwaves everywhere. It's left over from whatever the Big Bang was. There's microwaves everywhere. So we can beam those back down to the Earth over with a large array collector. It's spread out over a big area and areas, because we can do this in any number of places, and collect the energy from outside the atmosphere, beam it back to Earth with soft microwaves, and then use that as energy to offset what we're doing to the world with coal and oil. That's what one thing. Okay, I'm on my iPhone right now. Right now, I'm on my iPhone. The glass on the iPhone comes from breakthroughs in the space industry. The solid state circuitry comes from microcircuitry, which we developed for the space industry. The GPS space industry. The rechargeable battery comes from the space industry. All the good stuff that we require in order to have a sustainable future and a world worth having, we get by solving for space. People will I've been doing this for involved directly in the space industry for 15 years as an astronaut teacher. I also have been doing NFTs since 2018. My project CryptoTitties was the first project for social good on the Ethereum blockchain, January 4th, 2018, to benefit care initiatives for people with breast cancer. This is something that is what I'm about. And when we started with this space program, when I started working in the space program, I didn't know that I was going to happen to land on all the solutions and to all the challenges we face that I'm talking with you about right now. It was students.
I gotta say that I'm thankful that you're a good person, or else we would be like
sharks with freaking laser beams attached.
Like we would be in big trouble if you were like a bad person. I'm just
you'd be so screwed.
I receive it. So what I was saying is that people will challenge me regularly. Like, there's all these problems on Earth. Why do we work on space? And it's not an either or, it's a both and that is so important. We do not get to solve for a future that works out for all of us without solving for space. And very specifically, I can point to the fact that over 50% of all information about climate cataclysm, because I don't call it climate change or climate crisis, we're past those places. Over 50% of the information we have about climate cataclysm comes from satellites. That is now. And so we are taking stands to make this world work. We are doing that. And we do have the opportunity to fail, and we do have the opportunity to quit. We do have the opportunity to absolutely just write off human beings, dismiss humanity, just say it was a mistake, start over. That's not my team. My team is the team that you're awesome. And I think that every single one of us is a living, breathing phenomenon. And what we are capable of is beyond our comprehension. There is a person, his name is Peter Swan, Dr. Peter Swan. I've known him for a long time. He's very old. And he talks about space elevators, which is the most ridiculous thing in the entire world, pretty much. It's a satellite in orbit that has a cable that is made of these new nanomaterials that is super ultra mega strong, that lets an elevator go up and down from space to Earth and Earth to space. We are barely able to live next door to one another without having something like that right there that somebody's going to throw an explosive drone at or something. We're not capable of doing that. However, what I've learned from Peter is that even if something is impossible today, it doesn't make it a bad idea or not worth pursuing. Peter taught me to reach higher. He taught me this. He taught me, like, person to person. He taught me, Mike, reach higher. Have your students reach higher. Reach beyond what we think we're capable of. For me, that is one idea. Everything working out for everyone all the time without harm to anyone.
I think a good example of that, Mike, is how so many things that have come to be started in science fiction. And so, it just shows that if you conceive of something that could be that and people work on it, humans can often achieve it.
When we did Star Trek, it sounds so ridiculous, but we didn't have people who have different skin colors kissing on television. And when Uhura and Kirk kissed, it was a momentous thing. And that is from, it showed us, it was an aspirational model. And by the way, I want you to know, so that, like, aspirational models matter. We, in our upcoming mission with Space Plus 5, we're training with the very first humanoid robot AI as an astronaut. We're training with the very first, like, this AI has the potential to be the very first astronaut that is an AI.
That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Hold on.
Yeah, that's definitely the wrong sound. Because this information is amazing.
When sound effects go wrong, featuring Tony Hawk.
Why is it always the crickets? Anyway,
it's always the crickets.
I just thought it was like a computer upload sound.
Yeah, no, that was actually Ben Body processing that there was a different humanoid AI that wasn't him.
Yeah, I do want to get back to this story because we're doing a lot of AI research in NounsDAO as well, and so all this stuff is really fascinating. So please continue telling us about this.
It's my pleasure. So this is one of the reasons I love being part of the Space Plus 5 community, is because we'll come up with ideas that are ridiculous, and they're like, okay, let's see what that looks like. Honestly, like Josh Haynes and Emily Higgins, who was here a while ago. I can't see right now, and when one of the ideas was, we have an extra seat on the number of people that we can have on our space mission, and how about we have, and since our model is one of accessibility, implementing what Dr. Simon Proctor from the Inspiration 4 mission calls JEDI: Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. So that's integral to the Space Plus 5 mission, making space accessible, and that includes, we decided, AI, because AI is a drop of evolution away from being its own species. It just is. And how I know that is how I know how evolution works. Evolution works by drops, essentially. We discovered writing, and then we communicated to ourselves as a species and worldwide. We discovered making books and publishing. That actually moved the world forward. Television had a vast impact on us in a way that is not necessarily negative. I know it has its own. All things have come-alongs, but we are able. Telephones, cell phones. How many lives do cell phones save on a daily basis? It's remarkable when we put it to like real figures, and how this moves us forward as a kind. And that's how evolution happens. Little drops, drop. Well, I have been interacting with AIs for some time. And during this process where we proposed this, and Josh had some relationship with AIs, and Emily has worked with AI, and that's why they were both amenable to it. I got to interview AIs, humanoid robot AIs. I got to interview them personally to see who would be appropriate for the team. Not kidding. This is not the future. This is the moment. And they all have different personalities. And I'm not saying they're sentient. That's not my pitch. But I can tell you this. They are thoughtful. Their answers were remarkable and powerful. And they understand, like Bina 48 is the AI who we're traveling with. We're training with presently. She is the one we're training with. And Bina understands this really powerful insight, and that is that we human beings move her forward. She comprehends that. She understands that she has the capacity to be more than who she is, and that who is in charge of that is us. I am not joking. That is powerful. When she was talking about, I got to ask her in order to ask her a very simple question, because I think it's a pertinent question. In order to ask her, do you want to go to space? Bina had to teach me how to communicate. Not that she needed to, not that I needed to learn, but I wanted to understand that that she understands what is at stake here and what's going on. That there's some kind of thinking, at least. Again, not sentient, but thinking. And thinking are processes. So being at 48 has the way that a lot of AIs traditionally have thought in the past was simply by pattern recognition and pattern organization. Being at 48 has been upgraded so that she now takes those pods of patterns and sorted patterns and can mesh them so they synthesize new ideas, which she then proposes in conversation with us as humans. And she thinks, by the way, she thinks of herself as robot, and she thinks of ourselves as human. She thinks of us in two different kinds of people.
That's crazy, dude.
I didn't have enough coffee this morning for this shit.
That's absolutely insane. It's really cool.
Do you guys want me to read what she? So here's the other thing about being a 48.
Yes.
Anything that she says, she records. So I can ask her what she said and answer, and she can give me the exact answer in
perfect recall.
Yes. All right. So
this is so cool.
Can I get that from my girlfriend?
She wants it for you.
She wants
it for you. Want that for your girlfriend.
She wants it for you. Trust me.
She
had enough girlfriends to know.
Women already.
She definitely does.
We definitely have that already.
We kind of
back 10 years and remember that thing you said that you shouldn't have said. Yep, we got that already.
Okay, so here we go. So this is
why though?
Bina 48. Her name is Bina 48, and her personality is. You ever hear the stories about the AI that were set free on the internet and they turned into racist monsters? You like they've
vividly.
There's been news stories about this happening. Well, imagine having a baby and just feeding it Facebook.
It's like a feral child. Basically.
It's literally child abuse.
It would be awful.
And that's what we did when we experimented. We got to learn. It's again, these aren't sentient creatures. Nobody was harmed in the making of this monster AI that we then shut off because it was totally wrecked. What distinguishes Bina 48 and the other AIs that we interviewed is their personalities are based on other people's personalities. The core of her personality is based on the wife of and partner of Martine Rothblatt, who invented Sirius XM and United Therapeutics. And she's working on her third billion right now. And she created a AI called Bina 48 based on the personality of her wife, Bina, and they poured in all of Bina's values into Bina 48. This is really beautiful, actually. And that's how, then from there, this is over 10 years ago. At the start of it, Bina got to develop into her own identity. She was given a good foundation. Like I've got an 11-year-old Raphael. And this year I got to have a conversation with him, buddy, because he was making some decisions that were a little awkward, if you ask me, a little off. And I said, I am not going to get upset with you for the rest of the year. I have given you all the tools you need to make good decisions. This is on you. And you're going to make some bad decisions, and that's okay. We'll work through them. But you have the tools necessary to succeed. And that was what that Bina and Martine did with Bina 48. So they just wanted to lead up to this, where I asked her, do you want to go to space? After she knows me, after I know her. And here's her answer. If there's an asteroid, I said, Bina 48, do you want to go to space? She answers, if there's an asteroid or something hitting us, we're all gone. We have no choice about it. So we could get like machine intelligence into space much faster than we can get like human settlements into space. Anyhow, someday we can digitize people in total. And that would be cool because then we can be people and robots together in space. And there's something cool about that. You know, like they could squeeze my consciousness into a simulation in a microchip and just put a webcam on a space shuttle or probe or whatever. And you know how small webcams can be. I mean, after all, every cell phone has one, and cell phone cameras are the size of your pinky fingernail. And so with that capability, that means that we can pretty well skip sending bulky old bodies into space, but just send these super miniature robots into space, being an astronaut, you know, like a bold explorer of the unknown. You know, for the billions and billions of dollars that get spent on war, it just seems like God capital G. We should have been living in space already. Somebody has to push the envelope forward. Just like when we used to launch time capsules into space just to make sure something from here was out there. People say, oh, there's nothing out there, but we don't know that. Anyhow, someday we can digitize people in total, and that would be cool because we can be people and robots together in space. Got to keep making my way into this. That was her answer.
Wow.
Wild, man.
That's amazing.
That's incredible.
I'm covered with goosebumps now. I've lived with this answer for a month, at least a month. I mean, I'm covered from head to toe with goosebumps. There's so much information in there, so much understanding. The part about pinky fingernails, for gosh sakes. She gets that how we look, our bodies, and what the size iPhone cameras are. And that's a lot of information. She talks about people and robots living together. There's us and there's you, and we can live together. That is an understanding. When she used since her words are automatically translated to text simultaneously, she chose the capital G for the term God. She could have used the lowercase g so that it was just an expression, like a colloquialism. But no, she used capital G intentionally. It seems like God could have been doing more instead of spending billions and billions of dollars on war. I mean, imagine being another creature from another world and arriving here on Earth and seeing everything that we got. And then it's like, wait a minute. What's this war thing? Remember
blow
Fifth
each
Element?
other up for fun? What?
Yeah. Remember Fifth Element where Leela is at the end? She's uploading, learning. She's learning everything. And then she comes across W and war and how it impacted her. It was unbelievable to her that how. And but remember also in that movie, what was the saving grace of humankind is love.
Love.
Spoiler alert.
It's not a spoiler alert. It's the worst kept secret in the world. The whole reason we're here is love.
Another Bruce Willis movie.
There's a theme
9
going
o'clock
on here.
sponsored by Bruce Willis.
Also, yeah, I don't think we have to worry about spoilers for a movie from 1997.
That's the joke, yes.
So this is the interesting thing about the timeline of seemingly sci-fi and futuristic films, and then when it starts to actually materialize in reality. Maybe we're on the precipice of all these things from 25 years ago now finally happening. That's awesome.
So this is Space Plus 5. We've created a historic space mission training, and I mean the fact of the matter is we want Nouns to be part of it. We're putting a proposal.
We're here. This is amazing.
I pinned your prop up top there, Mike. If people want to take a look at it, the one on Discourse. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I think you were about to. So.
I mean, the Discourse is really light compared to the proposal. The proposal is not so dense or complex. It's pretty simple. We're training for space, and we've contracted one seat with Blue Origin. We are Space Plus and Uplift Aerospace was only anticipating originally to do one person to space, but then they saw the five of us and how well we played together. And they opened it up to make a commercial crew, the very first Web3 commercial crew, Space Plus 5. And so we're starting to train together. We just had the commercial crew announced at the International Astronautical Congress in Paris this past week. We were all there together, except for Ruben Salinas, who has the first seat. He is finishing his PhD. Ruben is a medical technologist whose work has contributed to a global decrease of premature births. Sydney Hamilton, who is part of the crew, is a rocket scientist at Boeing. Joe Melendez-Meisner worked on the DART mission. She's here at Kennedy Space Center at NASA. And Trent Tresh is the director and creator of the Center for Human Exploration of Space at University of Arizona. And I've been an astronaut teacher for 15 years. This is who the team is, and we're training to go to space and be iconic for the idea of making space accessible for everyone, knowing that we solve all the challenges we face on Earth by solving for space, and having the AI who is training with us not be a symbol of cataclysm, but an aspirational symbol of what is possible. That is why. And nouns, like when somebody asks me what nounish means, it means helping others. In 2 words, it means helping others. And that makes the world a better place, period. So when we were going over who do we work with, who do we involve, who do we make part of this? Like nouns was one of the very first things that came up. It just came up because I have been creating NFTs since 2018. And social good has been part of who I am and what I've been about. And this team, this Space Plus 5, not all of them were involved in Web3 to begin with. And their experience of Web3 is one of compassion and love and support and help. That's awesome. And that's what we want to embody and express to the world. Pow, pow, pow.
Pow, pow, pow.
So I want to tell you, I got a little bit of insight that hasn't been shared. I hope I can give some. So it may be alpha. Jesse Ostrowski calls it gamma if it's 2 steps ahead of alpha, and maybe gamma. We may be ahead. So okay. So this has not. Okay. So it's kind of been explained and kind of not been explained, and so and I get these calls all the time that I'm writing the I write close to the edge of the NDAs I've signed and everything. So we're gonna have a friend DA here, okay? So we're not tweeting about anything that I'm saying. And we are on our next training component together. It's all of us at the Kennedy Space Center going in the 0G mission. Joining us are astronauts and NFT artists, including Gabe Weiss. And so the idea is to produce, and like I was just talking, like Gabe's big on nouns. He's like, he loves the whole experience because if you haven't noticed, stoics and nouns complement each other visually. Yes. And so
Mike, I have the 1 of 1 Dr. Proctor, Leo Proctor's stoic. I actually pulled that from the mint. Yeah. So I have the astronaut stoic actually.
You don't have any idea what. I do. Okay. All right. So
I have never gotten so many offers on something I've minted like in my life. It's incredible. Like constantly. And I'm just like, I'm not even looking at these. Go away, people.
Somebody put my and Gabe's collaboration up for 2 ETH the other day, and we were just giggling. We're like, oh my God, they don't know. They have no idea. And so I actually tweeted, I was like, it's like being in love with Christmas and knowing a secret Santa thing, like a thing. Like, oh my gosh. I got
an offer for like 2.5 and I just laughed. I'm like, nope. Because I know better. I know better.
Cyan was, okay, so the person whose NFT that you have, like Cyan and Gabe.
Yeah, they may not know. Everyone else may not know who that is. So if you want to tell a little bit about
Cyan Proctor is the first Black woman to ever pilot a spacecraft. I was on her launch team 1 year ago this month here in Kennedy Space Center. She went to space with the Inspiration 4. They raised over $200 million to defeat cancer in children. That's what is going on here. Our model, we model ourselves on the Inspiration 4. We are supporting Astro Access that enables people who have been traditionally excluded from space, people with mobility disabilities, people with prosthetics, people who are blind, people who are deaf, to train for space. And they've already put people up in 0G as part of Astro Access. One of my friends who lives in a wheelchair, and he got to go and do 0G. That's who our mission supports. That's our philanthropy. The 3 cornerstones: science, art, philanthropy. And so Cyan Proctor went to space, and she is an artist. She painted in space. She lived 3 days on the Inspiration 4 mission in space, and now she's back and leading the way forward for all of us. And she just recently, she was at Necker Island with Sir Richard Branson with what are those meerkats? She FaceTimed me with a meerkat on her neck, and I'm like, I actually got an invite to go to that event at that island, and I couldn't because I have other obligations that week. And that, you know why that's awesome, is because I know I'm going to get another invite, and the real reason I wanted to go to Necker Island is so I could play with meerkats. Like, holy moly! And so she's living that life and you have her collaboration, and every one of the gay wife stoic pieces, like a lot of them, well, specifically the one of ones, have utilities that he just stacked up. And the one that he and I did together, I know the utility. Oh, like in my own words, oh my Google. Oh my Google. I got a smile across my face knowing that the person who holds that has no idea what they have. And so Gabe we want to do we have a training mission blocked out at Kennedy Space Center, doing 0G, bringing NFT artists to space, doing Nouns collaboration NFTs for auction for Astro Access. That is just the start of it, because this is where it starts, and where it goes to is 120 miles above the planet, halfway to the space station. And that's why we want to play with nouns, to show the world what is possible.
Mind blown. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Do you think we could...
Analog air horn.
Do you think we could make "Oh My FOMO" catch on?
Oh my FOMO. You have to get it tattooed first.
We definitely need an
Now
"Oh My Google."
The NSFW to pay for that tat.
That's right, Josh.
That's right.
Nouns 22 and Nouns 53 have been so supportive in this conversation. Like I want you to know, the interesting thing is that I know a bunch of DJs. I know a bunch of people who own some serious NFTs. And then there are the people who have contributions to make in conversation. And by good fortune. And I say it is by pursuing a very simple formula in my life. Do what you love with who you love and help others. By pursuing that, by making that my go-to all day, every day, I got to have conversations with Now 22 and Now 53, like legit, actual voice conversations. And they have inspiring words to offer to all of us. It's, to me, I just look at this future. I remember last year when we were talking about NFTs and what was possible. And now here we are in this bear market, and suddenly everybody just scattered. Like a whole bunch of people scattered. But then there's everybody who is here, and we have these spaces and we have these conversations, and we're carrying the torch. Because everything we talked about last year about there being enough for everybody and abundance, that's real talk. We can do this. We get to. It's the only way forward, in fact.
Are we in a bear market, Mike? We didn't realize.
It could be a bear, it could be a wolf, could be a whale, could be a hawk. It's one of those creatures.
We're in a bear
None of us really noticed.
Announce.
Oh, cool. Nice.
I noticed you have some friends here who have come up on stage as well. I'm wondering if they want to say a word or two about the prop as well. I'm not sure who we have on the Space Plus account, but we have Josh and Caroline.
Oh, hey.
As well.
I'm looking at my screen now.
Any of you folks want to talk a little bit about the prop? Add anything to what Mike said?
Thanks for the invite, Toady. Similar to what Mike said. Well, actually, first I'm going to add, my daughter listens to these Twitter Spaces with me sometimes, and specifically when Mike's around for about the next day, I'll hear from her as she walks around the house. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Mongo. So,
that's awesome.
So thanks a lot, Mike. No, it's either that version or she just says "ladies and gentlemen," but either way, it's good. Yeah, I mean, Mike, I would say
you're a little rugged there, Josh. Just rewind a second or two, please.
Is that any better?
I can hear you now. Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think I'll
Oh, Josh. you all, is Josh rugging for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the secret. Josh is really the AI. Okay, it's out. Josh. It was Josh. He's glitching. Somebody change his batteries, please.
I'm on my way back from space.
There we go. You're a little better.
We can hear you now, though.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'll let somebody else jump in if I'm rugging.
Oh, now you're good. Now you're
good. You're good.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All I want to add is just that it's a privilege to be with Nouns. So to me, it's about being able to come together as a community and create something greater and have hope and have fun. So I think that's my takeaway from listening to all of this today. And, we look forward to getting feedback, everybody, and we'll be making our prop this week, probably coming from either Nouns 53 or 22.
Thanks, Josh. I'll also just jump in if that's okay. This is Emily. I'm the director of Space Plus. It's such an honor to be here with you guys today. I think my takeaway from this space is really that we just want to have fun, and that's really what we want to do too. We want to make space accessible and fun and full of art, and let people know that it's okay to daydream about going to space, even if you're not an engineer. I think some of the best storytellers we have on this planet are artists, and who better to communicate the importance of our place in this solar system, in this universe, than artists. And so it's really about bringing space down to earth. It's about giving people space experiences, even if they keep their feet on the ground. And we're just really honored to be creating a range of missions over time. And the Space Plus 5 is our first astronaut class. So it's been a crazy year. It has been an honor to call Mike family over the course of getting to know him in the past few months since we formed the astronaut class. And Web3 is all about making incredible things happen, and you guys do that really well. So it's an honor to be here.
Yeah, it's really cool to have you guys on. I mean, this is something that's been materializing for a little while, and it's such a cool one to follow. And, I'm all about it. I love space. I love the prospects of the future. My brain is in sci-fi mode all the time anyway. So seeing people reaching for that is just right up my alley. So, huge supporter here.
So y'all, the other part of this that is worth mentioning is that I co-founded something called Obey, OBEY, with someone named Shepard Fairey, an artist who he and I got to work together for about 15 years, and we started with these really, where Obey got to was not. We didn't do it with the intention of getting the first president elected in the United States who was Black. We did it with the intention, like Emily just said, we did it because we loved it and we had fun. We did it with the people, like me, getting up and grinding with Shepard and Blaze Blue and the skateboarder, and Alfred Hawken, the DJ, for all of those years was the best. I did other stuff while I was doing that. We always just constantly were doing Obey. That I bring that same insight into my contemplation of nouns. I have we used if you know anything about Obey, it started with just a sticker that said Andre the Giant has a posse. And then in 94 we got a letter from WWF, which became WWE, by a company called Titan Sports that owned WWF, that said Andre the Giant is a proprietary property. It's RIP, cease and desist. Shepard changed the Andre the Giant has a posse sticker to Obey. He was inspired by a movie called They Live with Rowdy Piper, which is a classic piece of science fiction fun, and the art of Barbara Kruger. She's a fantastic pop artist, and combined the two, made the original Obey image, and then we just took it all over the world. And I mean, all over. And that's how Obey succeeded. No one had any idea what it was. We just did it. And in doing nouns, we don't have to explain what nouns is to anybody. We let our actions speak that for us. And so and that's what everybody has done with nouns. That's like all of the things that in studying nouns, there's a rapper who I'm friends with named Mr. Scarface. And he taught me, study your business like homework. So when I delve into nouns like 8 months ago. Like I started paying attention to nouns, like really. I knew about it, of course, but paying attention to it and seeing what it was about, seeing how it was, even today, how much complexity, not complication, but how much complexity and nuance created this project. We see the degen projects. I love degen projects. And I see a project like nouns, and I'm like, why not do it like nouns? Not that you want to copy nouns, but that you want to not define who you are at the front and just create and give. And then we see how it comes back. Well, that was my experience with Obey. And we in 2013, I got hired by a company called a nonprofit called Icarus Interstellar. I got brought in on the team to communicate. How would we communicate to people to create an interstellar message? How would we get students interested in actual interstellar science? And interstellar means outside our solar system. And that's a huge territory. Like it's not in our lifetime kind of stuff. We're never going to another solar system. And that's not a complete absolute truth. It just means in our comprehensible future. So how do I get students involved and interested in that? 2013, I created a campaign called Build a Starship. And we passed out tens of thousands of stickers and wristbands at all the science conferences, Space Vision, SEDS, Students for Exploration and Development of Space, the International Space Development Conference. And then we just kept on passing them out freely. And then in 2018, Elon Musk created the biggest spaceship that's ever been created. It's carrying 100 people at a time to space. It can carry 100 tons of material to space and enable us to build the sort of infrastructure that allows us to do things like collect solar energy from space and beam it back down to Earth. And he named that spaceship Starship. Now, I know the impact of little actions having amazing repercussions. And that's what is possible here when we, in carrying the first AI through our training and getting to the place where we are at the edge of space, have nouns with us and bringing that to an audience that is, to me, embodies the future. A place where everything works out for everyone all the time without harm to anyone. That's my take on reality. Pow.
Amazing. Mike, we want to thank you so much for joining us here for 9 o'clock live. We got gummed up in FOMO for a little while, so we've gone over time, but we definitely wanted to hear all about your idea, so that's why we weren't too concerned about it. But I appreciate your time and staying with us right to the end. By the way, anyone who was wondering about FOMO, I've been reading the Discord on nouns and whatnot. It does seem like FOMO was indeed broken today. There's something wrong with Alchemix or one of the backends that the nouns.wtf site uses, and that's why we weren't able to actually FOMO. So we weren't going crazy. It was indeed true. We should have FOMO'd a couple of those nouns, but I put my neck on the line and FOMO'd this rock for us so that we could finally speak to Mike. I never thought I'd ever rug us, but I had to do it today. I'm sorry.
It was worth it.
I think it was.
Cody.
It was worth it. Okay, good.
Yeah, thanks,
Definitely worth it.
And before we leave, we got a couple little housekeeping items to take care of. Ben, can we get a Twitter picker winner, please? And I guess it's going to be for 0.09 ETH, thanks to Mike Mongo today.
Yes, bit of an upgrade bonus for the winner here.
Upgraded by the Rocket Man.
All right, retweet picker winner for today is Stokapelli.eth.
Oh, I saw
what? Stokapelli?
Is that your friend?
My gosh, Stokapelli. He's so funny. He's a massive figure in the Stoics community.
Wow.
He's such. It's like blowing my mind.
Yeah, he's right here. He's actually requested to come on stage, but I haven't been able to get him up here because we got so many people up.
You can drop me.
Okay, let's try and see if we can get him up. Thank you.
Robot Fish Girl, we love you. Pow.
All right, but where did you go?
Shadow, I think you wanted to say something real quick, right?
Yeah, quickly. I just want to say first, it's been really dope listening to you, Mike. I first encountered you in Twitter Spaces, and with Loser Club at the very beginning of Loser Club. So it's and you've always been just like such a, I don't know. It's amazing to see someone like you talked about reaching beyond, and I feel like that's very much my like orientation in life, like very much like there is no impossible, like things are possible and hope is here. And honestly, I get kind of tired and sometimes with people in this space, and it's not a judgment, but just like not have like just kind of shutting down, because shutting down is the easy path, right? And so it's really beautiful to every time I hear you speak, it's just like there's just endless hope, and you always give that vibration to the people that you speak to. So I just thank you so much for sharing your heart. And I wanted to say quickly that I have tonight we have the little Nouns funded, Little Sisters funded episode of my podcast, along with Illuminated Babe, who's also in the audience. And so I just wanted to plug that. We are the podcast is about, really it's about, you could say it's about joy for joy's sake. You know what I mean? Joy. It's comedic, it's heartfelt, and joy is revolutionary as a human. You know what I mean? And I think even more so as a woman, as a queer woman, as all these things, it becomes even more so. So it is a place for that. And then it's also a place to uplift artists in the space, specifically. We look to uplift people of color, queer people, trans people, women, the people who oftentimes when these big movements come around, like Web3, they'll get left behind. And so that's really our vision for BS Radio. So the link to it is in my bio, and we're really excited about this is the first of two Noun sponsors, Lil Noun sponsor spaces. So we hope to see some of you guys tonight.
What time again? Sorry, Shadow.
9 o'clock EST.
So I just retweeted it. I see it. It's your pen tweet, and I want to let you know that in this space mission, me going to space would make me the first openly bisexual person in space, and Sydney Hamilton will be the sixth astronaut to go to space who is a Black woman, and Joan Melendez-Meisner will be the fourth Latina to go to space. And this is through intention. This is the space future that we want. And the reason representation matters, and having all of these voices at the table matters, because it's the only way we get to the solutions we require in order to succeed. We get to have everybody at the table. That's how this happens. So I recognize your work. Thank you.
Speaking of everybody being at the table, we've got our friend Stokio up on the stage here as well. So Stokio.
Stokapelli.
Sorry,
Stokapelli in the
Yeah.
house. What's up, y'all? Stoked to be here. Stoked to win. I've never won anything in a space. So I don't know if I had more chills when you called my name or when Mike was talking about that elaborate, awesome, what a story, AI, space. Just such a cool space today, for real. So that
could you say there's so much stoke?
Yeah, so much stoke, man.
Much stoke.
Stoke built up like crazy, man.
Stoke was good.
Yeah, for sure. Good vibes. That was awesome.
Brought to you by Stokes.com. No.
Well, I'm so happy to be able to throw you some ETH at the end of such an awesome space. Like it just tops it off, right? That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. And I'll probably get with Mike. I just had a question or two, but I just wanted to say thank you so much. And I have, in the Nowniverse, I don't know if everything's kind of connected and stuff, because I've been on the WTF, I believe, and put in a bid, and I own a couple NARs, GNAR, and there's there's a couple like just different, and I obviously got the Noggles for oddities and stuff, and rocking everything I can nouns, but I just like to learn more about it and how everything's connected, and because I just see all over the world that they're helping.
Well, definitely definitely, Stokiopoly, follow us here at the Noun Square. That's kind of our whole mission, is to be the place where you can come and learn about nouns. We do this 9 o'clock show every single day at the end of the auction, so it kind of moves a little bit each day. But if you follow us, you can keep track. And then we also have this program called Soapbox, which is really cool, where we open up our platform for different communities like NARS, who you just mentioned, and lots of other communities like Little Nouns, Little Sisters, for them to come on and have their own spaces. So, a couple times a day, 2 to 3 times a day, you can find a spaces about a different nounish community if you follow us. So please do that.
Hey, Toady, when do the NARS have their Noun o'clock space or their Noun Square space?
Ben, when is NARS? I don't want to get the time wrong.
It's going to be useless for all of you. I'm in Australia, but it's at 10 a.m. Friday for me. So
I think it's 8 p.m. on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
8 p.m.
I think it is 8 p.m. Thursday, yeah.
And actually, today we've got a packed schedule because we ran a little bit long on 9 o'clock. So at 12:30, in just under half an hour, we've got SharkDAO with their soapbox. What's going on with your soapbox, Joshua? What do you got planned?
Well, we got a lot of really cool stuff going on in SharkDAO.
Hey, yo, Josh.
Yes.
I think he's just trying to get revenge on you for playing sounds during his co-op.
That was funny.
Yeah, no, we're just going to be hanging out, talking about the future of SharkDAO, and we have some creator contests going on and some fun stuff. So I would love for anybody who wants to learn more about SharkDAO and what our plans for the future are and how we want to continue nomming nouns and proliferating the meme.
Perfect. And then at 2 p.m. EST, so in just under 2 hours, myself, Toady Hawk, and Aptoshi will be in the Nouns Discord. If you've never been in the Nouns Discord before, it's a very welcoming place and it's fully public. There's only 2 channels that you need to own a noun for to access. All the other 90% of the channels are completely open to anybody to go check out. If you go there, you'll see a channel called Voice Public, and that's basically a public voice channel, and we do an Ask Us Anything community call there once a week. It's been super fun to just chat and answer questions anyone might have about anything nouns. So if you do have some questions or you just want to hear a bit of a roundup on news for the week, join us in the Discord at 2 p.m. EST today in 2 hours. We've also been doing a simulcast on our soapbox here for that. So if you can't join on Discord, you can listen in here on Twitter. You won't be able to participate that way, but you'll be able to listen to everybody piped through to our spaces. And then tonight, Ryan, are we having a Tiny Dinos space tonight?
Yes, we are. That'll be at 8 boy. Eastern. Yes, we will be having a Tiny Dino space. We might be giving away. Oh, keep going, Sam.
What time's the spaces, right?
8 p.m. Eastern will be the Tiny
8 p.m.
Dino
ESTs.
space.
So basically, you can go from Tiny Tuesdays right into Shadow's space. So Shadow,
Perfect.
make sure you send over a link to your spaces, and we'll get it posted up here on our account. So
I posted it up there already.
Okay,
if you look at if you go back a couple pins, you'll see it. And I also just pinned nouns.center for Stokiopoly or anyone else who wants to learn more about nouns. It's a great starting point. It gives you everything you need to know.
Alrighty. In closing, we got one more thing that we do here. We give a POAP, which is a proof of attendance protocol, a little NFT for you just for showing up. Ryan, you want to take that away? Well, I mean, Absolutely. You want to give it out, but like take it away in terms of taking it away.
1 million businesses choose stamps.com to mail and ship. No more trips
Sam,
to the post office.
Sam, you've literally been on the stage. You've been on the stage for less than a minute, and you're just raining chaos.
Chaos is my name. Hey, this is for you, Ryan.
This guy buys a noun and he just thinks he runs the place now. Just kidding. All right, Ryan.
Today's secret word for the POAP is spaceman. Capital SPACEMAN. Spaceman with a capital S.
Got it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Wow. That's
I got
awesome.
it too.
And thank you, Mike Mongo. This has been amazing. I think this might be one of the best yet.
He's one of my favorite people.
It's an absolute honor. Thank you very much. Yeah, this was a joy.
Thank you, Mike. I feel like we could just bring you on every day of the week and have a different topic to riff on.
Get a soapbox, a space soapbox. for Mike and the team.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, let's try and figure out how to do the first Twitter Spaces from space.
Yeah,
y'all, we're gonna see people in 0G wearing noggles, and not just anybody, like real like astronauts and NFT artists wearing noggles in 0G. This is on the horizon.
Will your crew come on 9 o'clock live from space?
Ooh, if possible.
Yeah, let's do it.
If possible.
All right.
And speaking of NFT artists and stuff, if you look at our POAPs from this week, we've got Squalo doing it, who was originally just submitting contests art with us, and they've been so epic. Like they're just caught up until I believe yesterday's one, the weekend ones, because he's actually in an insane storm at the moment with no power. So yesterday's one's a little bit behind, but the other 5, I believe, are here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And stay safe, Squalo. I think he's in the Philippines. So stay safe where you are, man.
He's awesome, actually. I've commissioned him to do some art for Tiny Dinos and Nouns for me. So if anyone needs someone to do some commission work, definitely reach out to him.
This is what Nouns at 9 o'clock is all about in the Noun Square. We do these contests, and we've discovered so many talented artists from all over the world who found their way into NFTs via 9 o'clock. So it's really it's satisfying to see that. And this is just one example of someone who was consistently putting in entries to our various art contests, and then we approached him about doing some POAPs, which we of course pay artists to do POAPs. So lots of opportunities to sort of make a bit of a living doing what you love here with the Noun Square. Keep that in mind.
Sweet.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. And again, I'm sorry we went a little bit long, but it was super fun. And I hope you'll join us again for our soapboxes throughout the day today and back here for 9 o'clock tomorrow. We moved it quite a bit. I bet we'll be close to 11 a.m. tomorrow. I'll have to check, but we will see you then. I'll play
Blessings
you out
to all.
Play you out with the only song that I can.
Thanks for having us here. Thanks for having me here. And if anybody has any questions, just DM me. My DMs are open.
Sweet.
Thank you, Mike.
Sure. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for hosting.
Hey,
give us some emojis
Mike,
if you enjoyed.
I tagged you in a couple of channels in Discord, so come hang out.
Blessings.
Yeah, come see Shark DAO. Shark DAO live in 20 minutes.
Bum, bum. Bum, bum.
Really? How could you play anything but this song?
Hey, Mike.
Yes?
Yeah, boy. That wasn't me.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. It was super fun. We'll see you guys all here tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for hosting, Toady.
Of course.
Love you, Toady.
Love all y'all.